Hey, what's up guys? Got a cool knife here. Aren't they all cool? I love knives. Oh my god, I love knives. And you do too. That's why you're watching this video. So big high five to you for that. Sorry, I mean to scare you. You got a full screen. Today we're going to be reviewing this Boker Automat Kalashnikov 74. That's right, the full-size one. I did a review on the Mini. There it is. It's right there. That's the Mini. And it was really cool. I love it. It's a fantastic knife. It's fully automatic. It means you push the button and the blade goes out, which is pretty cool. A lot of people are, for some reason, scared of. Keep in mind too, this is an automatic knife and there are limitations someplace depending on where you live. So make sure you're always legal with what you got. But this is basically the big brother, but it's something special too because it's one of the limited edition versions, which I'll show you. But I got both of these from Blade HQ, which is an awesome website. You guys are well aware of them. A lot of great channels are supporting them. They have great prices and they have a lot of variety too. A lot of variety. And they happen to carry this limited one. But I'm going to link you to the main page because there's so many different styles of these Boker Kalashnikov models. Big ones, small ones, black ones, green ones, satin ones, polished ones. They're awesome and there's so many of them. Which is great because if you want one of them and it's sold out, you have plenty more to choose from, which is cool. But anyway, I did a review on this one. I absolutely love it. It's really cool. But I like this other one even more. It's, like I said, the large version, and it's also limited. One of the cool things about the larger version is that it came in this, look at this box. It's an AK mag. How cool is that? I mean, I never keep the boxes to my knives anymore. But I just cannot throw this one out. I'll tell you what I did. I threw it out, and I went back about 20 minutes later and took it out of the top of my garbage. Thank God there was no banana on it or anything. Because I like it. It's too cool to throw out. So, anyway, we open it up. We have our little paperwork, which we'll take a gander at. Why not? I usually don't. Let's see anyway. There it is in a different language. Okay, congratulations. Here's English. Congratulations on your new Boker knife. Boker of Solingen, Germany is one of the world's leading manufacturers and developers of premium collector and sporting knives since 1869. Our knives stand for high quality, innovation in design and function, and high class material selection. Blah blah blah. For USA, to register your knife, please enter your data on bokerusa.com, warranty registration, blah blah blah. Every knife company has their paperwork and they all tout their knives because that's what you're supposed to do. You don't want to open this up and say, hey, you got a Boker knife, thanks, like all mundane. You might like it, you might not. Who knows? They're okay, they're not bad. I love to see like someone's slogan, you know. Smith Cutlery, they're not that bad. Anyway, so you do get a registration card. All the paperwork is always going to say how awesome their company is and that everyone else, well, no one's mean in the knife community, so they don't say everyone else stinks, but they will say we're the best, and that's cool, and that's totally fine because a lot of the companies are the best. It's just a matter of preference. So here we go. There's a knife. This one is the green dagger version, which I think is extremely sexy. It's uber sexy, so if you're under 18, you might not want to even watch this video because it's that sexy. Look at this. You got a nice, real deep hunter green. Alright, almost black. In low lighting it looks like it's black, but if we come in close you can see hopefully the color. It's nice and green. Same thing, just bigger. Same design, same everything. 3 body screws, 1 pivot screw, your actuation button. But this one has a dagger style blade. You can see the grinds as opposed to the standard. And it's also satin finished. Looks kind of mirror polished. It's not quite there. It's satin. You can see the grind. You got kind of a full flat on this one. And the dagger is just, I don't know, just adds something to it. Nice and shiny. You can see the markings on there. Automat Kalashnikov 74, referring to, of course, the AK-74. Boker Plus line. By the way, nice and sharp. Nice and sharp, and of course, very pointy. And I love it. It's really nice. Some specs on this. The blade is an AUS 8. Like I said, it's already satin finished, dagger style. We have 3.35 inches on the blade. and 4.25 on the handle, making the overall around 7.6 to shoot that blade out. Again, where we push the button. Now you can see the design here. I think I've talked about this before. A lot of these automatics, the most simplest version of a side opening automatic is having a coil spring around the pivot. One part of the coil spring is in the handle, the other part is stuck in the blade, you know, like the ends, one on the handle, one on the blade, and then as you rotate around the pivot, it builds up a lot of tension. Now you can see how this button is created. There's a cutout in the button. I'm coming closer. There's a cutout in the button, so when you push it down, right there you see it releases. It's no longer holding a knife in, all right? But when the button's up, the thicker part is preventing it from opening. So that's how this works. All this tension's built up. The spring is sprung. I don't know, isn't sprung when it's afterwards. This is, it's you know, here's a spring, it's got a lot of tension, it's ready to go. It's all built up. Come on, let me go. And when you push the button, bam, it lets go, swings that blade, it, you know, wants to swing around, but has nowhere to go except for out, goes out and up, and of course, locks. And there you go. You do, oh, Jesus, I nipped my tip. I nipped my tip. It's tasty. All right, so the tip's sharp. We know that. Here's what I did. I put the knife up as I was coming up to reach my head because I have an itch on my forehead, which is still itchy. So let me take care of that right now. All right, good to go. And as I'm lifting up to show you this, and I lift my hand, I just nip the tip. So that's all. I don't mind bleeding for a pretty knife though. If this is some cheap China knife, I'd be really upset right now, but it's not. Well, Boker Plus, it's Taiwan. Taiwanese. I'll bleed for the Taiwanese. Anyway, what was I even going to show you? Oh yeah, I was just going to mention that there's a stop pin here so that the blade doesn't over travel to the back. I hope that was worth it. Anyway, yes, flow through design. You can see no backspacers here, which is really nice for like an EDC knife because you can clean it really easily. What I'll do is every now and then I'll literally, you don't even need compressed air, just stick your face in there, blow out all the lint, you know, you can get a paper towel, you know, and kind of fish it through, pull it through both sides. I don't bleed on everything now. So I like flow through designed knives for EDC. They're just easier to maintain. That's all it comes down to, easier maintenance. There is a lanyard hole here, nice and large. As far as grip, you can see that there's, you have a 4-finger choiled knife. All right, so very kind of military-esque in my opinion. When I see knives like this, I always think of like, you know, the military and just survival fighting. I don't know why. It's just something that happens. It's something that clicks in my brain, but extremely comforting. Very, very ergonomic. There is jimping you can see on the handle as well as the blade. By the way, this handle is aluminum. It's anodized aluminum. And extremely comfortable. My natural grip's right here. The back of the dagger is not sharpened, as you can see. So it's completely legal. You don't have to worry about that. However, it's a thin grind. So if you wanted to, you can sharpen it, but I don't see why you would because it is exposed, unless you're going to carry it in a sheath or something. So it does aid in penetration still, being, well, obviously, as you know. Am I done bleeding? No, not yet. It's really cool though. I really, really like it. 3.6 ounces overall. You know the best part of this knife is? It's affordable. It's an automatic knife, which a lot of you guys want. It's very cool. It's not $100, it's not $200. It's $38.95 at Blade HQ. And a lot of the other varieties are in and around 40 bucks for the largest. I think that's fantastic. It's an affordable automatic. Most automatics of quality, anyway, are up there. They're over 100. A lot of the automatics are like in the $300–400 range. You know, I don't think so. For 40 bucks plus shipping, you can have a fully functional automatic knife, which is actually nice and sharp. The edge is sharp too. Maybe I'll cut a finger off to show you that before the video is over. But yes, it's nice and sharp out of the box. It's very ergonomic. It's very comfortable. The only downside to this, I would say, is the fact that being it's automatic, it limits where you can have it legally. As far as the pocket clip, I don't like this design of the waviness. I think it cheapens the knife a little bit. Just my personal opinion, but I can tell you it's nice and tight. All right, so it's not going to fall off very easily on your pocket. It's also a very low ride clip. All right, so when this knife is closed and it's in your pocket, let's use this paperwork for example. let's say that's your pocket. See the clip profile and how it carries. That's all you're gonna see in your pocket. That's it. And that hole is just so that you can access the screw to take the pocket clip off if you wanted to. Now we look at the top here and we'll notice that it's not swappable. All right, so there's only one position you could put it in, and that would be the tip up right hand or right side carry. But it's tip up, which everyone wants. I would say 9 out of 10 people prefer tip up. Now what's also cool is that the button, if you put your hand completely flat on it and push it, it's recessed for a reason so that it won't accidentally open in your pocket. Let's say something gets pushed or it's in your pocket and it gets squished against your side or something like that, it's not going to open. When you actually want to open this, use the tip of your finger. I showed this in the small one. Use the tip, kind of push it down more. It's purposely recessed like that, kind of like for safety. Some automatic knives, especially coil spring ones, they will have some kind of a safety on the back or some kind of a lever to switch on and off so that it locks it so you can't accidentally push it. But it's recessed in this case so that even though it's sticking up there, you can see you push it down and it's still not out of the way. So as much as you do this, nothing's going to happen in your pocket, but you have to actually get your finger in there to open it up. So here, let's get another view of that. How often do you see this view of a knife opening? Focus. There we go. All right, so watch that button. See the cutout in the button? Slowly push down, and then once it hits the cutout, it releases all that tension and opens. Pretty cool. I love automatic knives. There's a novelty factor to them, but you know what? Still functional. By the way, perfect lockup. Perfect lockup. There's no movement vertically. A little bit of horizontal, okay, side to side. Can be adjusted if you want. Keep in mind with any automatic knife or assisted knife, the more play you take out of it, the more pressure you're squeezing on that blade, which means it'll be slower, if not completely unfunctional. If you tighten that pivot down where you got nothing side to side, it won't open. Or in the case of automatics and assisted knives, it will open to like here or a portion of the way and just stick because it's not smooth because you're squeezing that handle together too much. So you got to kind of play with it. As far as speed on this one, not super fast. It's acceptable. It's not really slow, but it's not of the fastest out there. For 40 bucks, it is so worth it, and it's an awesome little companion to it's the big brother here. And I just love this design, the green. I'm starting to get into colored knives. I've always liked my black knives because it's nice and simple and easy, but occasionally it gets boring. You know, one black knife after another. So it's cool to have some color, a little spice, a little variety. And I just love I love anything that's limited edition. It just makes it more fun. The dagger grind on this is pretty cool. And certainly adds to function as far as penetration goes. But yeah, that's it. If you can legally have an automatic knife, I think this is a fantastic option to add to your collection for a lower price. It's not a crazy, expensive knife, but it's still quality. So big fan of Boker. I love Boker as a company as a whole. I think their Boker Plus line is some of the best knives to the money out there. And their Boker Magnums, even though they're on par with like cheap Chinese knives, I still love that it's connected to a real company with a real warranty, as opposed to getting a $5 Chinese knife and it breaks and you don't know who to talk to. You don't have anyone to talk to. At least with the Boker Magnum, talking about like their lowest line, you can get a Boker Magnum for $6. But if it breaks, at least you have someone to be held accountable for it and call up, and I'm sure they'll replace it. I'm sure it won't be a big deal. But anyway, I really like these things. Blade HQ is where I got mine. Fantastic website. I will do a video in the future talking about all the different sources for knives that I have on the internet. I got 18 years buying knives online, and believe me, I found some good places to get them. So I'll do a video talking about that because a lot of people always wonder, where do you get them from? I go to the company and they're so much more expensive. Yes, they're going to be way more expensive to buy them direct. So hang on, talk to other people, talk on the forums too. Great source of information. Knifeforums.com, bladeforums.com, amongst others. Whew. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.